We've picked up 3 new games this week, 2 relatively well-known ones, and 1 more pricier one. All good games, and I'm looking forward to giving them a shot. So, let's check out what they are. G'day guys, my name's Ant from Gaming Antics, and it is Friday, which means it is time for another Games Haul video. We've got 3 new games. I'm really happy with these pickups. I did spend a little bit more than I'm used to, but we picked them up, so that's perfectly fine. One of them is a little bit rough, but we'll still add it to the collection. It's a good game, so I'm more than happy to have it in there. So without further ado, let's jump into the video and check out what we picked up this week. First up on the list this week is Payday 2. Rob banks with friends, grab your guns, grab your suits, grab your crew. The heist is on in this epic crime spree. Dallas, Hoxton, Wolf, and Chains are back and ready to blow the doors off in this 4-player co-op shooter. Are you cunning enough to make it from robbing small stores to the big leagues of major bank vaults? It's Payday 2, a really cool concept of a game. Basically, you're criminals trying to steal money from different banks. That's pretty much the gist of it. I played the tiniest little bit of this on the Xbox One, I believe. I think it was on the Game Pass ages ago, and I believe I played a little bit of it, but I didn't have anyone to play it with, so I ended up giving up on it. But it is one that I have wanted to play a lot, because these types of games, these stealthy tactical games, as I've said in the past, are ones that I really get into. And after speaking to my cousin recently, he's really keen to get back into some 360 gameplay as well, and potentially do some split screen stuff here or local co-op. Either way, whichever way we figure it out. Obviously with the local co-op, we have to have another copy of the game, so it would be good if it was just split screen, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, Payday. It looks like a lot of fun. Break into banks, try and set up the different heists that you're going to do. And I believe you can like sabotage cameras and set yourself up so that you're not going to get caught. I believe that's how it works out. I'm not 100%. But yeah, really cool concept. Really excited to get into this one and give it a shot. I don't know whether Payday 1 is on the 360. I'll find out once I search this one up. But I also don't know if this has got a story mode. Dynamic scenarios. No heist ever plays out the same way, with random geometry and rare events. The dynamic contract database lets gamers pick and choose from available jobs by connecting with local contacts. So I wonder if this isn't online only, is it? It better not be. No, it doesn't say online only. Yeah. We did pay $10 for this one, so this one pretty easy pickup, I reckon. So Payday 2 does have a booklet with next to nothing in it. It's a single page booklet. So let's check out the disc before we move on. Oh, it's a bit rough. It'll still play, but it's a bit rough. There's going to be a lot of discs that I got to take in to get cleaned very soon. The next one on the list, we've got one with a little bit of a scuffed case, but it's not too bad. You'll see when I bring it up, but it is a bit of a classic. There's a lot of people that love this game series. I haven't played this one specifically, but I have played the first in the series a very long time ago, and that is Diablo 3. Evil is in its prime. 20 years have passed since the prime evils were defeated and banished from the world of Sanctuary. Now you must return to where it all began, the town of Tristram, and investigate rumors of a fallen star, for this is an omen that the end times have begun. Call upon your allies, play solo or form a party of up to 4 heroes, pick up and slay, stand as one of humanity's last defenders, barbarian, witch doctor, monk, demon hunter or wizard, conquer a dynamic battlefield, lay waste to hordes of evil throughout randomized 3D environments. So I've played number 1. I've played a lot of number 1. I played a little bit of number 2. I picked up 1 and 2 on a special deal on Steam ages ago, and I played a little bit of number 2. I haven't played a whole bunch of it, but I played a lot of number 1. And I have seen friends play Diablo 3, and they reckon it's pretty good. I've heard rough things about Diablo 4, There was a little bit of movement back into it, but as you can see, the case, like the top of the case is a little bit scuffed, so I'm going to try and fix that now. Top-down strategy style adventure game, RPG, I guess, where you're basically just dungeon delving and going around the countryside, leveling up. It's a little bit of a grind, but it's a fun grind in my opinion. I don't know about Diablo 3, whether it is a fun grind or not. Now, actually, remembering back a little bit, I did try and play this once with a mate co-op on console, and I wasn't a big fan because I was playing like the rogue or the ranger or something like that. And I remember the target, like the way you target enemies or the way you aim your attacks was a little bit hard on console, but I'm definitely willing to give it a shot because yeah, Diablo is such a great game. It's such a great story. The 1 was fantastic. 2, what I played of it was a lot of fun. So I'm thinking number 3 is going to be good. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, whether this is strictly a game you play on PC or whether it is a game you can play on console. Obviously it's on console, but doesn't mean you can play it on there. We do have an in-game item for download, but it's probably being used. What's in the booklet? Not much in the booklet. Now, you'd think this is one of the ones that would have a decent story in the booklet, but it's just got the terms of service, basically. Diablo. Disc is really clean, actually, surprisingly. Really, really clean. So, yeah, I'm excited to get into that one. So last up on the list for this week is a more expensive one. I think this might be the most expensive one I've spent money on so far. Potentially. I don't think I've spent more than this on any of the single Xbox games, at least anyway. But paid $45 for this one, which I know is not a massive amount, but when I'm used to paying $6 for video games, $45 is a lot. We've got Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. It's a stunning, epic action game set in the Metal Gear Solid universe. You take control of Raiden, a cyborg ninja armed with a high-frequency blade, which can cut through virtually anything, which sounds nuts. Feel the power of full 360-degree blade control and experience a new kind of Metal Gear game. So, I had never heard of Metal Gear Rising. I know nothing about it. I've played the Metal Gear Solid games. I've played 1, 2, and 5. What was Phantom Pain? Whatever that one was, I played that. I don't know anything about Metal Gear Rising, and obviously we don't play as Solid Snake in this. We play as Raiden, a cyborg ninja, but it sounds sick, and I know that the Metal Gear Solid games are absolutely fantastic, so I'm thinking that Metal Gear Rising is going to be fantastic as well. I could be wrong. Usually there's a reason why games are expensive, and that's because not a lot of them were sold or something along those lines. So this could be one of those situations where this is actually a terrible game, not many people bought it, and therefore it's more rare. Who knows? I don't know. We've got a download code for players Cyborg Ninja. Probably not going to be able to utilize that. And we've got a decent sized book, actually. Funnily enough, got a decent sized book here. What do we got in it? Thank you. We've got a thank you note. Interesting. Getting started, difficulty levels. We've got the game screen, augment mode. So this is just, once again, explaining all the battle, the controls and stuff. We do have some, oh no, they're just characters. So the Doctor, Kevin, Courtney, and Boris. Codec calls. Tips and tricks. Interesting. Tips and tricks. Figuring out your extra destination. Raiden gets incapacitated. Raiden may be incapacitated if he suffers a number of attacks in a row. If this happens, move the left stick quickly to recover. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, not much in there outside of controls. Disc is clean for $45. I would want it to be clean. Oh, I might just need a little bit of a polish. There's a couple of fingerprints on it, but that's not too bad. So yeah, Metal Gear Rising, set in the Metal Gear Solid world. I don't know what the timeline would look like. I don't know what point this game would be a part of the series, but I'm really happy with it. Really happy with the pickup. That was one of the more expensive ones at the flea market that I've been looking at for a while. The other ones, actually, I took some photos this time, so I'll put them up right now. The other ones are things like Rambo, Ratatouille, this Trojan game, or like a Troy game, and a couple others. Hopefully they're up on the screen right now. But there's a fair few expensive ones there. I will eventually pick them up. It's not going to be all in the same time, but I will eventually pick them up. 3 pretty solid games: Metal Gear Rising, Diablo 3, and Payday 2. Pretty good, I'd say. Well-known titles, at least anyway, like Metal Gear, Diablo, and Payday. Well-known titles. Last week's one, we got a bunch of kids games. This week, we've definitely gotten, R18, and MA15 plus. So a little bit more adult this week. I'm going to mark these off on sheets, pop them up in the collection, give you guys an update on what we're up to, and then move on to the rest of the video. All right, well, that brings our total up to 192 games in the Xbox 360 collection. So 8 away from the next milestone of 200, which is fantastic. We love it. We absolutely love it. So this week I've been thinking a lot about how you would go about recommending retro games to someone who has never played video games before. Obviously, some of my favorite games are within the retro scene, or at least the Xbox 360 days. And if you wanted to suggest someone to play a game, usually it's going to be one of your favorite games. So that brought me to thinking about the question of the week this week, which is, if you had to introduce someone to gaming, what game would you choose and why? Now, I thought about this long and hard, and for me, I'm a story game kind of person. I love my story games. I just think the better the story, the more it's going to stick in my head, the more immersed I'm going to be, and the more I'm going to want to play it. And that made it extremely hard to narrow down, because there are so many games with absolutely amazing storylines. It's so hard to pinpoint which one you'd choose. And obviously, it would also depend on the person that you're recommending the game to. So if you're going to recommend the game to someone like, I don't know, a 12-year-old, they're probably not going to like something like Resident Evil, for instance. But depending on the person, I'd say definitely story-based. So I'm thinking for the more chill person, I'd go for something like Ocarina of Time. It's timeless. Anyone, whether it's on the 64 or whether it's the remastered version, it doesn't matter. Ocarina of Time is a great introduction to video games. It's got really good controls, it's got really good puzzle solving, and it's got really good utility item based puzzles as well. It's a really good introduction into retro gaming, and not what to expect, but how good it can be, if that makes sense. The second one, and I know this is not a retro game, but this series in general is fantastic, but I would introduce someone to Red Dead Redemption 2. It's got a fantastic story. The story is just absolutely insane. It's one of the games that got my wife into playing more and more console games. So that's why I would suggest that one. She loved Red Dead 2. She thought it was fantastic. And yeah, the story is amazing. But that kind of leads you on to trying a couple more games. You know, Red Dead. Oh, here's GTA. It's by the same people. Give that a shot. Red Dead Redemption 1. It's just the first game. It's based on John Marston. Give this one a shot. And so many more games. I got one in front of me, Mafia. There's so many games that you can sort of just segue off from that, and that's fantastic, right? And you know, the other one might be something as simple as Stardew Valley. This hasn't got a massive story to it, but it's just cozy, comfy gaming. It's not retro, but it plays retro, pixelated sort of adventure, and then you can branch off into other games as well, things like Harvest Moon and probably even Final Fantasy somehow. I don't know exactly how, but it might work. But anyway, what do you guys think? What game would you use to introduce someone into gaming, whether it be retro gaming or just standard gaming? Let me know in the comments. Now, there's not much to report this week outside of the game haul. I went to AvCon on the weekend, and if you did want to see that, there's a full video up for it. So I won't double up on content and make the same video, but if you wanted to check that out, it's going to be right over here. You can go and have a look at what I got up to day 2 of AvCon over there. Likewise, you can head across to the Instagram, which is @anthony.ytg, and you can see pretty much everything else that happened at AvCon outside of that vlog. One thing you can also see over there is shots of me actually picking up these games. I have been doing stories when I pick up the video games, and you get a glimpse of what games I'm going to get before the video comes out. So bonus, right? But yeah, that's it. Avcon video and the Instagram. It's been a busy week, but I've made content with that busyness, which is awesome. Actually, the only other thing is I did finish Mass Effect 3, which means that I've finished the Mass Effect trilogy, and it was epic. But there will be a video coming out for that, so I'll talk about that another time, if not next week. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. But yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hello to all the new people watching as well. Our subscriber count's going up every week, which is insane to see. We're getting closer and closer to that 100 subscribers mark. Absolutely amazing. But if you are new to the channel and you haven't already, consider subscribing. We do a lot of Xbox 360 stuff over here. There's more and more gaming content coming out each week, and there's so much more planned as well. So we'd love to have you. And if you have decided to hit that subscribe button, I appreciate it a lot. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you guys for watching this video. I do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about the games that I picked up this week, and let me know about the question of the week as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And as always, enjoy your gaming.